All right. So, Dr. G, I appreciate you joining me here today. It's great to have you and great to see you recently as well at the ISCG meeting. Wanted to just kind of ask you some questions here relative to your experience with my advice, some things that you've seen on your end. You've clearly been with us for a couple of years. If you could just start off with like a high level experience overview, so to speak, of what you've seen from your end and working with us, that would be really appreciated.
Well, something that clicked me when I started with my advice is that for me, I didn't have like a social presence. I did have really nice marketing in terms of my own digital presence on social media. So I was doing my social media. So on terms of where I was and what did I do in trainings, teaching, congresses, and that was like social life, right? But at the moment that I started with my own practice in Houston, like almost 3 years ago, is that I felt the need to reach out after the leads and converting into patients that I didn't have before, because before I was working in a hospital ambience or under a contract or under behind a big um, institutes, and they were providing the patients for me. So I didn't have the need to convert leads and convert patients into possible patients and visit my clinic, and then I can do the upsell. So I think that this kind of thinking, I didn't have it until I got my advice from you guys and got a refreshment, like a facelift of my web page with trending one page, scrolling in, out, new features that I got from like the AI is very intuitive for the patient to ask questions, get it through my database of the different um, pages that I have that probably my patients go surfing and losing in all that information that can be related, that can be facial, can be laser, can be aesthetic, can be fit. So with this, they can just sort it with one simple question. They can also get a nice consultation, free consultation by phone that is also automatically set from the patient in the web page. So in my way to work, this is something I learned from Marco Pelosi. In my way to work, since I have to commute, I book my 1 hour in, 1 hour out, and I have these 4 sessions of 15 minutes that I talk with my patients while I on my driving, so they can book it through there. They have all the social media links. They have the possibility of WhatsApp. So all this integration into the success center that helps me and give me those leads into a like automatic way to pursue these patients that they don't finalize the call. But for me, it's easier to give it to my secretary so she can follow. You were trying to reach Dr. G. What is that you're interested? What is that you would like to be scheduled for? He can do a telemedicine consultation, or even he can even give you a call. So all of these integrations, uh, they were neat. I think that the moment that I start doing this with you guys is the moment that I realized that I was having an actual web page. Because I mean, having a homepage and doing it by AI is nice, but the thing is, what it was working on the back, what it was working on the back is that every time the algorithm changed, every time the SEO changes, and I cannot follow with that. So if I am not in top of that, somebody has to do it. So when you ask for this in a single plan, uh, how you say, marketing specialist that has all in one solution and are dedicated to health, personal. This is I think that this is why I got hooked into this, and I think that when they ask me how is that you have your social presence, I always advise to get my advice from you guys, and I think that it will be a great tool for all my friends to have in the same network, in the same way, so the patients can relate to these kind of technologies, AI, looking for your information right there in your webpage.
That's great. That's fantastic, and thank you for covering so much ground there. I'm glad that you're, getting a lot of support from us, and within our Success Center, a lot of the AI tools that we've developed in there, they're game changing for a lot of practices, and it's good to hear that you kind of feel the same way, and you're experiencing in using those platforms. The one thing that you said that jumped out to me is, understanding that search engine optimization changes and what these AI platforms are also looking for is really changing the game as well in terms of what patients are seeing. Um, what have you noticed in terms of lead volume? I mean, again, you've been working with us for the past 3 years in terms of lead volume and how we've been able to increase your own patient volume for procedures that you want to focus on. What have you noticed coming directly from us?
So the thing is that what I have noticed more is that I have in my webpage, thanks to you, a learning platform, a teaching platform that is also giving me huge leads for in-office training. So this is has like maximized the reach of these leads that it that I love to teach, consult, I go into different offices and do different procedures, supervising and hands-on training doctors, and this has like maximized the exposure for
Sure.
my own fellow doctors and colleagues. In terms of my patients, what I have seen is that I receive between 2 to 3 mails a day from leads. And when I am home, which is probably going to my office twice a week, I get at least 2 or 3 calls in that morning. Mornings are easier. I think that is for the patients. I listen from 9 to 10 that I get these free visits, and those are the leads that I try to convert myself. They Once they make the call, I am the one that has to sell the procedures, and I have to make good contact. So this puts me into the right place so I can just understand the needs, listen to my patients, and 15 minutes probably is enough time. But having those conversations daily with the patients, those are the ones that convert easily. So yes, I think that
So, yeah.
this is being this has been a really push up because I am making my consultations on my way to work.
That's beautiful. Yeah, it's about time management, especially with a busy guy like yourself, right? So, no, that's great. I like what you touched on there in terms of the website generating, two different types of leads for you, right? So it's the other doctors or practitioners who are looking for trainings on what you do really well, but also, again, patient lead volume two, where you said, hey, you're basically receiving around 2 to 3 leads from us, qualified leads every single day that you're following up with, having those conversations with, and getting them booked for procedures. So that's really what we love to see. We love to see an uptick in terms of lead volume, and we'd like to see an uptick in terms of the right types of patients. And I think that's very critical to understand as well, is that, we're not talking about the patients who are tire kicking, so to speak. Hopefully by the time they land on your website, they start reading some of your content, they become convinced that, hey, Dr. G is the authority on what I'm searching for, and I'm ready to go, right? So usually, hopefully those 15 minutes that you spend with that patient can quickly turn into maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes because they're like, hey, I saw what I needed to see on the website. I was able to see before and after photos, and I'm ready to go, right?
So yeah, what I believe is that even though I have the right material, because some of these protocols has been created by me, so I put there. I understand the physics. I understand all the protocols. Probably patients will understand it, and I put it what I thought it was a beautiful design because I did it by myself and everything. And but once it was said, like Dr. G, patients will look you by this, they will find you by this, and they will look into this. So it is true that the graphical design and structure of my webpage has completely like get the patients trust enough to book and talk about their problems over the phone. So they already are like halfway there. So it's, I think that
Yeah.
those conversion rates will go just fine by trying to just make them feel comfortable enough to visit me. And sometimes these training things and this gets me the renown of, oh, but you're in Houston, I can go and visit you. And I go like, but I have a trainee in Austin. And they go like, I'd rather go to the professor. So it's nice to see these kind of things that patients might probably drive 2 or 3 hours to see you after seeing that distribution of well-known before and after, and following with the distribution of the patient, what the patients are looking into their web pages, and in terms of their computer or by the phone. If they are, how is that they are looking into the phone, and how is this conversion of this web page that I have right now is how it looks. It really attracts patients into it.
I love that. Well, Dr. G, if there's nothing else that you would like to add, I think that you said it all. I appreciate your time today. I appreciate your stewardship in working with us here at MyAdvice. We're looking forward to helping out a lot of other ISCG members and your colleagues, people that you come into contact with. So I do appreciate you sharing a lot of nice words today about your experience with us. And I appreciate your time.
I mean, what I appreciate is that I get really good support every time that I get like with you. These calls that you monitor every now and then, that you give me a call, is like, hey, we haven't spoke, and it's March, so it's our trimestral call, and you're just checking how did you feel about the new update with the AI. You're always checking out, and every time that I feel like I need support, I get automatic ticket, I get answer by the support, technical support. Within hours, I get my thing into review and fix it right away, because I like to do my own courses. I put my own courses in my learning platform in by not using Kajabi and these out things, but in my own web page, and you get me the support. Since you get right away the support and the technical
Yeah,
support and help me with the graphical design, this is something that this is a perfect couple. This is a perfect mix. Thank you
I
so much
appreciate
for
that
the
so much.
call.
Yeah.
Thank you for checking out with me. And I mean, I'm very pleased with my service.
Sounds good, Dr. G. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, we take a very team-based approach when it comes down to ongoing maintenance for your website. So I appreciate you highlighting that as well. And I hope that you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Take care.